I'm here to talk about fire. And of course, the first thing that's happening is I'm going into a little bit of free-floating anxiety, which is actually not a bad thing, because fire and the summertime is about the transformation from free-floating anxiety to the rooted flower of joy. And that free-floating anxiety is she, the character for a kind of excitement, but also the character for attention deficit disorder, and also for free-floating anxiety. And it's also the power of that which makes flowers bloom. It's a kind of a state of excitation that leads to scattering. And unless we have a little bit of that scattering, we're not going to end up making meaningful connections. So it's worth, I'm telling myself right now, it's worth tolerating a little bit of anxiety for the sake of the opening of the flower. Now, in order to be able to bear to have an open flower, the kind of open flower that allows our true face to show, so that other flowers will say, oh, perhaps I will bear the free-floating anxiety that precedes actually showing up in my own true naked face, enough to be able to have that experience of connection, maybe even love. That flower absolutely needs to be able to feel that it's attached to a stem. Now, if that flower is not attached to a stem and we're just feeling this, that really is very free-floating anxiety. Imagine these flowers just floating in the air. That's not, it's like, that's an anxiety attack. So right now, see if you can feel, as your flower is opening, that you can feel the stem of your spine too. Because a flower has a stem. And even though it's being very, very brave, hello, it's me. Is it you? Are you here too? Will you meet me? Will there be a cross-pollination of words between us? I need to feel in my back body, I need to feel that spine, so that the flower, if there was this wind's blowing, so that the flower has a kind of security. And that stem, it goes all the way down. So in order to not be stuck in free-floating anxiety, the flower needs a stem, and the stem needs to be able to go all the way down. So take a moment to feel not just your spine, stem in the back, but it helps if I wiggle a little. You might find it helps if you like, where is that spine connection down into the sacrum and the low body? So it's because it's not enough. Like here, I'll imitate this. Oh yes, I understand completely on a mental level that my heart is connected to my spine and that is connected all the way down. Oh, right, of course. That's not going to lead to satisfying connections, nor bring you out of your anxiety when it's free floating. The actual embodied feeling, flower opening, showing up. Oh, where's my stem? Okay, I feel my backbone, the actual backbone, not thinking about my backbone, the actual feeling. And then whatever level of wiggling is actually needed to be like, where the hell is that backbone? Especially as it gets lower, sometimes we get numb in those areas. Until we can actually feel that sense of, I'm a flower with a stem and roots. That is exciting. Pleased to meet you. But it also has a security that allows the excitement to be a pleasure rather than, ah! Yeah. So this is part of what we are going to be talking about in the Fire Reignition Summer Seasonal Health Workshop.